Hello everyone, and welcome to my Fluid Art channel. I'm Anna Quintana with St. Cross Art, and today we're going to be doing a painting that I'm going to be entering into a contest sponsored by the Fluid Art Company called #California Dreamin. And the purpose of this fundraiser is to basically fund a GoFundMe page for those folks affected by the California wildfires. So they have given us a picture, which I'll put up on the screen. Here you go. And we have to use these colors, and this picture is an inspiration for our own art. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I will tell you the different colors that I'm using as I'm pouring the painting. And let's keep our fingers crossed. But the main thing is that hopefully the money that is raised from this contest will help those folks that are in dire need and lost everything from the California wildfires. So give me one moment. I'm going to go ahead and pour my pillow, and then I will start my regular pour. Thank you. So here are the colors that I'm going to be using to create this California Dreamin' contest from the Fluid Art Company painting. And to me, these are the colors that make sense or that I see in this painting. So wish me luck, and hopefully I can produce something beautiful. So if you remember the picture that I showed you, there are a lot of blues, pinks, some oranges. It's basically a beautiful, I think, sunset over a beach with some palm trees. Of course, you know, abstract art is not going to look exactly like the painting. So really what I'm doing is taking the inspiration from the colors in the painting to create a classic bloom. So I'm going to start my painting with, this is a Liquitex Prussian blue. It's a gorgeous dark blue color. I hope you can see it. I'm going to start that as my first layer of my pour. And this is a 14 by 14 inch canvas. Second color that I'm using is TLP, a piggy. It's a mica powder, and the color name is Taffy. It's a beautiful iridescent blue. The next color is a really bright red. It's Naphthol Red from Amsterdam. This color is a wild color. This is this little piggy Mosh, and it is a, as you can see, it is a fluorescent orange. I'm hoping that it will mimic that sunset picture, so I'm actually going to layer it like this as opposed to a circle. I have a feeling it might take over my painting, but let's just see what happens. I have this gorgeous, gorgeous golden peach. It's just absolutely beautiful, super iridescent. I think it will look beautiful in this painting and will add that, you know, pale pink goodness that's in the painting. On top of that, I am layering a mixture that I custom color. It's quinacridone magenta, and it has a lot of white in it, so it's just a very, very pale pink. Again, if you look at the picture, there's some pink in there, of course, because it's a sunset. So I've got that. My last color, before I put on my cell activator, is cobalt blue. There's a lot of cobalt blue, at least in my mind, in that painting. And so I want to make sure that we use this color. again, we'll see what happens. I'm layering a pretty big chunk of it. And then the next thing we're gonna do is, is our cell activator. The cell activator is what makes the beautiful cells, lacing, all the special effects that a bloom requires. But once I put it on, then I've got to disperse it with the blow dryer. And this is just lamp black. I'm kind of paying homage to the silhouette of the palm trees in that picture. So we're gonna put this here. Oops, I'm gonna layer just a little bit more. And then we're gonna do our blow. We got some immediate cells in the middle. I hope you can see them. We're gonna let this sit for a few minutes to keep developing, but look at, wow, there's a ton of cells right here. This is, you can see where the mosh went. It's over this way. The red, all the blues. It will be really interesting once we spin this out to see how it turns out. Here's some of the pink. The pink is starting to develop into some peacock cells. So we're seeing 2 color cells. All right, we're gonna let this develop for a few minutes and then I'll be back. Okay, I am back and I'm kind of liking what I see, but I'm a little nervous. So let's give it a spin. Let's see what we got. I don't know if you can see, but I'm trying to kind of move this paint a little bit around, but let's give it a spin. Let's see what we get and then we'll start working on our composition. I was worried that my pillow paint might be too thick, but actually it seems to be flowing pretty well. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'm actually gonna move some of the stuff this way. I'm not crazy about this black part, so I'm gonna just keep working with it and see if I can't get rid of some of that. Let's give it another little spin. And I'm also noticing that we've got a little bloopy thing there. So we are going to get rid of that using our trusty skewer. Ooh, it's a big one. You can see it. Ugh. Okay, let's give it another spin. And again, like I said, this is a 14 by 14 inch canvas. I like using this size for certain paintings because it's easy to manipulate, but yet it gives you enough room. Here's another goop. Okay, I'm going to, oh, and I see another one here. Darn, we've got a lot of them on this painting. Here's another one. All right. I'm gonna start tilting some things. Like I said, I don't really care for this black part down here. So I'm gonna see if we can maybe spin some of it off while not affecting this middle part. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. It's moving pretty well. Let's do another spin. Oh, wow. We're getting a lot of this off over here. I'm gonna see if I can move some of these cells more towards that direction. I'm still getting some movement, but not a ton. So you get to a point where there's not enough paint to really make your painting the way you want it to be exactly, because there just isn't enough fluidity in the paint to really make it flow the way you want it to. Let's take a look at what we have. So I'm really liking, let's do this. Let's do one more spin and just see what happens. I want to make sure I don't lose some of the cool parts, which are, I think this is really cool here. This is cool. Some coolness going on here. I like these two little cells here. Let's do another gentle spin and see what that does. There's still paint coming off, so I know we've got some paint to work with. But we also don't want to lose the integrity of these mediums, of these blue cells in the middle. We don't want them to get wonky. So if you spin too much, sometimes they start elongating, and I don't like that look. So looks like we got good coverage. Let me look at the sides. I may try to do another little tilt, and then that may be all we can do. The colors, I think, are right on target. I wish that the pink had shown up a little more. Next time I do this painting, because I think I may do one more, I would like to maybe layer it in a different way. I'm not sure yet. I really love these colors. I think the colors are spot on, but don't know if I'm crazy about this composition. Let me do a little bit more spinning, a little bit more tilting, and let's see what we got at the end of the day. Sort of moving it in all directions to see if maybe I can stretch out some of these cells in the middle. That would be really cool. But I do like the way that they're centered kind of towards the bottom, and I'll show you the orientation that I would put on this painting. I can see that I'm dripping. I'm getting rid of some of that stuff there. And maybe do one more baby spin, and then I think we're going to call it a day for this painting. Yep, I think that's it. The reason is I don't want to stretch these cells out in the middle too much right here, so where they start getting wonky. I want to keep their integrity. Really some cool stuff happening over here. I'm afraid the red may be, I don't know, it's not too much. So here's how I would orient this painting if I were to hang it up. Does it look like the original picture? No, it never does, but that's okay. That's what abstract art is about. So I'm going to leave it like this, and I will bring you down here to the canvas and show you some of the areas that I think are super cool on this painting. I really love the effects of it. All right, so stay tuned. I'll bring you down here and I'll show you some cool stuff. Okay, so let me show you some things that I think are pretty cool in this painting. The middle part for sure. There's some really beautiful defined cells in there. This is what that mosh did. Right here you can see some peacock cells. I think this is a really pretty area of the painting, as well as this. this part. I like those two little cells right there in the middle. I think that's kind of fun. Here's some cool ones too that developed. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. And I'll show you the dried results.